is like.
Okay, I'll be back.
did you leave the audio? I'm
Now we're
pressing...
now we're live.
Oh, now we're live.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. I gotta do like the visual and then the audio.
I don't know if I care if they see me fixing my hair. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello, hello.
Hi.
Put these guys over here. Okay. How's everyone doing? What's up, guys?
Thank you for making me tea.
Hey, you're welcome.
Minty?
It's peppermint.
Yes.
Hope that's okay.
The gauntlet.
Yeah, that's our game show. That's where contestants have to play with like handicaps.
I can't even play without handicaps.
Well, yeah, that's fine. That
No,
wouldn't
I'm
be
not.
fair.
That would be hard for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun though.
Ooh, writing a final. Nice. Wait, taking a final or writing a foreign final? I have to know. I've never written a final before.
Okay, that's better. Oh, sorry, this is offset. Okay, so yeah, today we're gonna be working on like beginner checkmates. We're just starting from scratch. Okay, white to play.
For those of you who don't know, I am very amateur. Think of the most amateur chess person, and then think of more amateur.
Yeah, we're continuing our beginner series here. So Maya's basically beginner. She hasn't played much chess at all.
Yeah.
Slowly has been learning some tactics and some checkmates. And today we're going to be learning how to mate with our pieces.
Okay, I have to tell you where I am right now, emotionally. I'm just like caffeine crashing because I've had like 2 lattes today.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting tired. That's the yawn. Oh, wow. ODE. Cool. Freshman class?
Wait, what's ODE?
Ordinary differential equations.
That sounds really hard.
Or wait, I guess solve. I don't know. I took it my second year. I think. I did well, but I was very motivated. I don't think I remember anything, but I was very motivated that quarter for some reason. Taking... Oh, it's upper division. Mine was lower division. I guess I took 2 differential equations. They were probably both ordinary differential equations. I don't think I ever did PDEs. I never did PDEs. I just remembered.
PDs?
Partial differential equations.
As opposed to ordinary.
Yeah, though I'm even surprised I remember what that stands for. Because, you know. Baron, you can tell me if... Oh wow, what?
Are there impartial differential equations?
No.
Oh.
Not that I know of.
Wait,
Feel free to correct me. There are people in the chat who know much more math than I do.
So partial in the sense of like fractional.
No.
Oh.
Partial, like you're only differentiating over one variable. Yes? Like partial integration. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm
gonna change the
concerned.
topic to math. We're
Yeah.
shooting math. Solving differential equations.
Yeah, I'm right. More than one variable. Right, but yeah. Thank you. You know, I feel like I remember so much more of my math before college. I think that is probably why I didn't want to get a master's in math, because college is, I feel like, you know, I got through my major fine. It wasn't a problem. I just feel like I didn't retain a lot of it. Oh man, anything abstract algebra was tough for me. I had a hard time with proofs. I ended up doing applied math to avoid proofs, but it still got pretty proofy where I went to school. Did I have a favorite? I really like probability. I took stochastic processes even, just for fun. But, oh yeah. No linear algebra? Oh, I like linear algebra.
Sorry, Lord Francesco.
Oh, you're teaching probability. I really liked probability.
We could talk about topics that we're ignorant about. That might make people feel better.
I'm really bad at a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm with Great Wolf. Abolish college.
Yeah. Oh my god. Sometimes I feel like college, it's more about if you can get through college or not. It's less about what you're learning in college.
Yeah. Feels like it's more about the degree.
Did I ever do complex analysis? I kind of don't think I did. I just did real analysis. Maybe I did complex. Probably not. That's too abstract.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Okay,
Ready?
things that I'm bad at. Chess. Am I bad at chess? How do you define bad at?
No, bad.
Like,
You're new.
poor
New to
skilled.
chess.
I'm terrible at anything involving memorization.
You're at the beginning end of.
I'm not good at history because I can't remember any of it. And then sciences, I was only good at the mathy ones. Physics was great. Biology was really hard. I couldn't remember anything.
I like the ones that were less mathy and more like theoretical.
Yeah, I was the opposite of that.
I like that in physics you could just talk about what you feel. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I set up a puzzle for you here. Kind of a warm-up. I want you to find some checkmates.
Okay.
Specifically mate in ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Okay.
it. White to play. Yeah.
Queen to e7.
That's good. Yep. There's a few more.
And they're all mate in ones?
Mm-hmm.
There are a few more?
Yes, 3 more.
Oh, queen to h8 and queen to g8.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm.
There's one more.
One more.
Oh, rook to 8.
Okay, good. Okay, so I just want to start with these because this is basically some of the patterns that you're just kind of trying to set up when you're like mating with your queen and rook. Okay, let's just move this rook over here. And okay, just same exercise.
All the ones I just talked about. Same concept, except one of them you can't do anymore, which is the face-to-face checkmate.
Okay, good.
Besides that, they're all the same.
Okay, so this one,
Is that a set?
this one, and number 3?
Rook.
Rook. Okay, good. So this is very typical, especially this one with the rook. Now, why with the rook? Because if we take a step back, the rook can come from this square, but let's say I put the rook here. Now let's find all the checkmates.
Mate in 1 again? I think there's only one. Rook to g8.
Just one. Now it's like just with the rook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what often happens. Like the queen and rook work together. They take rank by rank.
Yeah.
And then one of them eventually gives the final kind of kill shot, kill check. Okay, so this is kind of the first little maneuver I want to show you today. It's very simple once you kind of understand the mechanics, but really, really useful. Comes up in tons of games. And like, you know, when you have like seconds on your chess clock, it's really nice to kind of know like typical maneuvers so you can kind of execute it super fast. And then we'll practice some of these against the computer.
Okay.
So let's talk about how to actually set this up, because this is kind of the final picture, and before we get here, the first step is actually kind of like shepherding Black's king to the corner. Right? Like let's say Black's king starts somewhere in the center, and now we as white have to try to figure out like how to eventually get this to checkmate. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea here. So no matter where the pieces start. So is it like kind of a
shepherding thing? You just kind of keep keeping them in adjacent ranks?
Exactly. It's like your Link from Zelda, and then the king is like a goat. So the goats are like always running, but they don't want to, they're afraid of you. Like the king. Notice actually when we put the queen somewhere around the king can't approach the queen.
Right.
So what you're doing with your queen is actually creating this kind of like box. You see that? Like if you just made 0 moves, we can even just take the rook out, whatever. You can give the king a million moves, but it can never leave the box.
Right.
And it can never approach the queen. So a lot of players, what they do is they like to kind of set the box up with their queen first, and then wherever their rook is, they'll maneuver it down to where it needs to be. Right? And then once you get the rook it's much simpler to start
Right.
pushing the king over. Okay, well let's try it actually. Let's give you this rook here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play king here, and now it's up to you to kind of like finish this off.
You're playing black?
Yeah. Cool. I'll go here.
Do I have to do this as quickly as possible or just do it?
You know, you get up to 50 moves. So you have plenty of time. That's good.
This is cute.
Okay, beautiful. I feel like you're getting it.
I know, I'm wondering if I should move like faster? No? Is this the right way?
Perfect speed. Perfect speed.
Okay.
Great. I'll go here.
And 8.
Okay, absolutely perfect. Because like you did it really well, and actually all your moves were checks.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just flawless, basically perfect. In fact, in a game, if you could imagine. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, is there a faster way to do this with the same 2 pieces?
From here?
Yeah.
Maybe there was a technically faster way because the king is closer to this way, like this.
Yeah, I was
side?
playing with moving the queen to c2, actually.
Right.
Well, I like this first move. Oh, but I guess that would be fine as well. Yeah, okay, sure. Well, no. But then the queen's not protected. You can't do that right away.
Right, exactly.
So, but... oh, never mind. Well...
So that's why you went this way, I think, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Because, like, every move was a check. Not that that's important, but that's just kind of, like, clean. If you want to do this way, what you would have to do is you start with this move. So the queen is defended. King would go here.
I see.
And then you could play this one. King will have to go somewhere, let's say here. Then again, you can't do this because your queen is kind of hanging.
Yeah, that's like 1 move faster or something, right?
So, yeah, it would take like a little bit more. Like you would have to go here, and then in the next move you have your mate. But the way you did it was absolutely clean. Okay, now I just want to do the same mate, but just from kind of random position. So you have to kind of like organize yourself, if you know what I mean. And okay, so white's move. Okay, I'll go here. Okay. Alexa, to answer your question about the Swiss tournaments, generally it's okay if you give someone like 2 blacks in a row. So if you have 4 players in the same score group, they should play each other, and if 2 of them have to get 2 blacks in a row, then so be it. If they're getting 3 blacks in a row, then that's kind of an issue and you might want to avoid that. But 2 black colors in a row is not a big deal. And if they complain about it, you just let them know that's normal, and they're pretty much guaranteed to get white, their next game. Oh, good move. Nice. So you see, not every move has to be a check. You already understand this. That's very good.
I reduced the problem to the last problem.
Oh. This one.
What?
Okay, your move.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we just did this. Is it different?
Okay, yeah. So I resigned. That's fine.
Okay.
You're bored. All right, okay. Good. Does this one make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm going to switch out the queen for a rook.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is a little bit trickier because your rooks don't really have the same power as the queen. It's hard for them to really like dominate the king. The king can approach
make the
your
box
rooks.
smaller, right? Too. Okay.
You can still
Like a that.
make the box. Yeah, you can kind of play around with the box. If you basically understand this concept, then yeah, a lot of these checkmates become very easy for you, especially the king and rook checkmate, which a lot of people consider kind of tricky. if you understand this little box idea, it actually becomes
Wait, but
pretty
yeah,
straightforward.
we should do this one though, because I don't.
Yeah, but the one trick you just have to know is that when the king is close to your rooks, you just swing to the other side, and the king is not quick enough, right? And the other thing is that the rooks don't have to be next to each other. So let's say we like move this rook here, and then we move this rook here.
So it's more rooks escaping from the king rather than one protecting the other.
Yeah, and in fact, you could do this with the rook and queen as well.
Okay.
And here we're just kind of taking file by file. So this one is taking the file. That means this one is giving the check.
Yeah.
Right?
So is it more efficient to do it with the queen and the rook? Does that take less time?
Yeah, queen and rook is usually faster.
Okay.
But both of these take like, I don't know, 12 moves or 10 moves or something. Basically, important thing to understand is like, where are we trying to push black's king? Which edge? Let's say in this case. I can't tell if you're looking at the board.
I'm looking. Well, it's easier to look at you here than it is to look at you here. So I'm looking at you.
But okay, I'm expecting. All right, so here, right? So
yeah.
So this one, that means this one gives the next check, and then that one will give the next check. And then if that rook gets attacked, we'll have to swing it over.
Okay.
And then this rook
I see.
Okay, so you kind of understand it. So let's just jump to kind of randomized position. I'll even put our king in the way.
My king.
To make it even
I don't like that.
trickier.
Oh, actually, no, I don't care.
So now you have to kind of figure it
fine.
out. Okay.
Well, is it? I don't know. I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
That seems like it makes
Sure. So I'm gonna just try to stay in the center as a defender. You want to kind of keep away from the edge as much as possible. If it's 3 blacks out of 4, it's unfortunate, but I think that's still okay. I don't know. You might want to check with David to see if he has any thoughts on it. I'll go here. Okay. Go here. Nice. And go here. Okay.
Wait, what? I'm not sure.
Okay, you're fine.
No, don't tell me. Okay. Well, they can always swing to the other side, can't they? So maybe it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try this.
Okay, I don't
Is
like
that
that
wrong?
move.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
But can you try to understand why?
Yeah. I'm just kind of trying stuff. Okay, so let's see. No?
Well, see, you've already got the king where you want it. It's just that you don't have checkmate in 1, right? So maybe you have checkmate in 2. You just have to set it up. But the king is already on the edge, so...
Do you like this move better?
Perfect, yeah.
And then you just move it over. Yeah?
Well, let's see. I'll try here. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So that took you like 10 moves or something.
Okay.
14 moves. So
Could we go for the other one?
yeah, absolutely.
Because I didn't see what happened.
Wait, the other one? What do you mean?
You said I don't like that move.
Oh yeah, so
Because Was I too close to the edge too soon? And then you don't have as much mobility?
Well, the thing is like, so this king can only get mated when it's on the edge of the board. So that's kind of important to understand.
Oh, because it gives you that escape sliver. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Like when you give this
Well,
check?
because it's better to keep the lines adjacent to each other, so you're covering two.
Right. Right here the king is
two
kind of sliding
adjacent
between your rooks.
Rows? Wait, files. No. Files. Yeah, files.
Sure.
Because otherwise it can kind of
Yeah.
sneak away.
So you had the king trapped here, and this is actually a very common occurrence. That's why it's important to practice these, because it's like super easy to understand, but then you get here and you're like, wait, what am I?
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's like you actually have, number one, you have a lot of time.
Right.
So you found one method where you just swing this rook around this way, because again, your first rook here is doing kind of like covering the escape, and your second rook gives the check, which gives the mate, right? So you just have to get this rook to this thing somehow. So there's many ways to do it. You went down here, which is totally fine. Then you took an extra step, actually, well, not really necessary because your king was defending this one.
Oh, okay.
So this is an example where the king can actually help
I didn't
you
really think about that, but yeah.
assist the mate, right? Because it actually defends the rook, and then all these squares are covered, and then you're giving the mate.
Yeah.
But let's see another way. Actually, I think a cool way to win this one would be to recognize that right now your checkmate is not available, right? So what you can do is you could bring your king over here and then defend that square. That'd be kind of cute. The other thing is you recognize that where's black's next move?
Wait. Can you go over that last one again?
Yes.
Because I don't see how you're attacking
here?
enough squares.
And
then you move.
Then that would be defended.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, next thing is, where is the king moving next if it's just black to move? Like you make some random move. Where is the king going?
A4.
Has to, right?
Only legal move.
Okay, good. So once the king gets down here, you now have your mate immediately.
Right.
So what does that mean? That means you could literally make any old waiting move, like any of these moves, and then black's king would have to be forced to let you mate, or even like rook here, or any of these moves with the rook. So these mates are not really about. It's like it's nice to know the patterns, but it's also about understanding like the opponent's king has to move, and then just seeing like where can it go. That's important because of stalemate. Do you remember stalemate?
I remember one stalemate. If you repeat the same move some number of times, like the same moves, right?
So that would be a draw. Stalemate is a specific kind of draw.
No legal moves? No.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay.
No legal moves. So let's imagine. This is actually kind of confusing.
No legal moves is confusing?
Well, no, that's just the way I'm saying it. So okay, let's imagine these are 4 different chessboards.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that is confusing.
What I'm trying to say is all the kings here are stalemated.
Yes.
None of the kings can move. Right?
Wait.
All the kings are stalemated.
No
moves.
Right, because of this this little 2x3.
Yeah, because queen is taking away all the squares.
Yeah. That's a stalemate.
So we want to avoid this. Why do we want to avoid this?
Because you want to win.
Because you want to win. So that would be a draw, right? So most important thing about avoiding the stalemate is just understanding like where is the king going to go next. So let me just clear the board. Let's give ourselves white. Okay, probably most common stalemate comes from this position. So what many players do is they get to here trying to checkmate with the king and queen, and they want to just play like here and here, or here and then queen to d7. But where is black gonna go if you play here?
E8? No. Oh. That's already stalemate.
That's a stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's happened a lot of times. A lot of games happen that way. So it's very important when you're kind of like playing this position now to think about like where is the opponent gonna go. So as long as they always have a free move, then you know, okay, they're not in stalemate, and you can slowly set up the checkmate. Okay, how to actually set up the checkmate?
Wait, I want to think.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna.
Oh, you
ask
were.
you to
Oh,
do it.
okay.
Yeah. So you can just move the piece around. I just want you to set up a couple mates, actually. Couple mates.
A couple mates?
Yeah, like different mates.
In two?
In one. Just, you can put the pieces anywhere, and I want it to be checkmate. So you don't have to make moves. Like, I want you to literally just pick the pieces up and put
like
them
configurations with
Yeah.
the queen and the king.
Yeah, like we started with the other one, just to see what the final checkmate
And I can
will
move
look
both
like.
of these?
Yeah, you can move all three pieces. You can put black's king anywhere you want.
Oh,
You can put your king.
Wow. How many of them?
You can...
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
That's good. That's 3.
How? As many as I want? Sorry, I'm just really tired and I'm forgetting.
Yeah,
what you
let's
said.
just
Did you say as many?
Yeah, as many as you want.
Okay. Can I keep doing this?
That's good.
How about this?
Is that checkmate?
No. Never mind. Well, doesn't it have to be the king protecting the queen?
No. You have more than just the face-to-face. Ah, good. Ah. Okay, so now you got all these too.
That was like 5.
Okay, so that's good. So those are maybe the two main ones, right? The face-to-face, and then the, let's call this the opposition checkmate, because the king was not in front of this king. Then there would be no mate. Right, so kings have to be mirroring each other.
Wait,
Your
say that
king
again? If the king...
Yeah.
Oh, because the king has to cover all of these squares. But, okay, but the exception being, like, if the queen's here, then...
For the face-to-face, then, yeah, your queen's doing all the work.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
But for the kind of side checkmate, your king has to be right in front. So that's really important, because if we give you a rook, you don't have no face-to-face checkmate. You only have...
Back rank.
This one. Exactly.
Just like saying back rank.
Very good. Okay. So, the easiest way to do king and queen checkmate, in my opinion, is to get your queen to cut off the king on the edge. So you don't want your queen like here on, let's say, the 6th rank. You want your queen here. Because when your queen is here, you create this very nice little cage that the king has to walk in. And the king will always have a square, so there's no stalemate. And then your king just comes up. And then you set up one of the checkmate patterns.
Oh.
So it's actually very, very simple. Because the king can never touch your queen. Right? That would be...
You know, I've never thought about that. That the king can't get close enough to take...
Yeah, queen's too strong.
The queen.
It's only when you forget and you put the
yeah,
queen
you like
next to
hang
the
your
king.
queen.
Yeah. Or let's say when you promote a pawn, actually, maybe some players forget about that one, then the queen can immediately be taken.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's like a fun fact for me. Fun fact. Did you know the king can't get close enough to the queen?
Yeah. That was, fun fact. So you see here, once you've got this, like, black's king just has to move back and forth.
Yeah. No, I got it.
And then your king just comes up.
Yeah.
And then wherever you get the face-to-face, it's GG. Okay, so let's practice this one. And,
So many moves.
once again, I would encourage you to kind of think about the box. You're just trying to make the box smaller. And then once you can cut the king off, on the edge, you're basically done. So So phase 1, phase 2.
Sorry, but how is this a position? The queen's there?
Well, this here it would be like black to move. Like this was white's last move, and then black would move, and then we would continue from here.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because it's
king can be defending. That's very important. Yeah, this queen loves to be like even closer. Okay, but let's start from here.
Is that okay?
Yeah, good move, good move. I haven't seen that one race to GM, no. So notice the queen is actually, it's kind of a nice way to see it, like a knight's move away.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a good pattern for you because it means you're kind of cutting the king. Except once the king's in the corner, that's going to be a stalemate. So that's the one we want to avoid.
I see.
So the king's in the corner, best square for the queen is like long knight so that the king always has
long knight.
At least a square.
Is that a real thing?
No, just made it up. Okay, I'll go here.
I like making them up.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this, not because I don't know what to do, but I can't see into the future of the... Like, okay, let me explain myself so I'm not being confusing. This seems like a good move.
That is a good move.
But it's hard, I can't figure out the whole pack. We should just play it through.
Okay, so here's what...
Like, that seems good. I don't see any problem with it.
That's absolutely fine.
And I also can't... I don't know what the 10 move sequence is or whatever.
You don't have to know the whole sequence.
Okay.
This is just understanding that, like, you already have this box.
Yeah.
So you're, like, 80% of the way there.
Yeah, the king's far enough away. I can't take the queen. Great.
And basically, next move, actually... So here's the key thing, is that
King has to move.
whenever you make moves, black's king kind of has to give ground. So if I go here...
Yeah.
You can just cut me off on this edge. And now your king just finds my king and you get the face-to-face checkmate.
Right.
So it might take you a couple moves to catch up, but eventually the king will run out of space and you'll get your face-to-face.
Oh, you didn't have to go all the way through it.
No, it's okay. Because I was going to do a different one.
Oh, okay, good.
So that's when the king goes to the edge. Then you just cut it off and it's GG. Yo. Okay, so I'll go, but if I don't want to go here, then I have to go this way. So one way or the other, I'm approaching one edge of the board. So you don't really care where I go as long as I'm heading towards the edge.
Right, and if I follow with my king, then I don't have to worry about the stalemate situation in the corner, right?
If you want to avoid the stalemate,
then you do the king first.
You just make sure the enemy king always has a move. You just say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna play here, and then I see that black has this square, or I see that black has this square.
But, well, no, but I thought you said the only situation where you run into the stalemate is when the king's in the corner.
It's the only one where the queen is kind of like this knight check away. So that's not the only stalemate. There's lots of stalemates possible. So the key thing is to just always give the king a square. You just have to make sure that, like, okay, I see an empty square for the king to go to.
Okay.
As long as the king has one safe square, no stalemate. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Yeah, perfect. So this is actually, sometimes they call it like stalking, but it's perfectly fine because now I'm in the same situation. Either I go here,
Mm-hmm.
And then where would you go?
I think I just moved my king up, right? F3?
Well, I'm hitting the edge now. So when we hit the edge, you want to cut. You want to cut the king.
Oh, then queen to g3.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're done. Once you cut the king,
Okay.
you're done, right? So
Resign.
yeah, again, I'm just going to try to stay not on the edge as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just keep stalking and just making the box smaller. Mm-hmm. So honestly, for this part, you don't even necessarily need your king, though
Mm-hmm.
you can use it. It's not a big deal. And now these are my 3 options, and they're all on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll try this one. So now we're on the edge. So time to cut the king.
But this is where you have a dangerous game. Isn't it?
Hmm.
Because you have the knight move thing.
Right, so we want to avoid those squares if the king is in the corner.
Oops.
Yeah. But the king is on the edge now, so we're trying to we're trying to cut the king along the edge.
Like that?
Not quite, because king will still be able to maneuver. So which edge is the king cut on? Or which edge is the king on?
Oh, right. I forgot you could do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the distance doesn't matter. You could put your
I
queen
know.
on this square.
No, I know. I just forget.
It's all good.
I forget that sometimes.
So this is done.
Mhm.
So now the whole knight thing is that so if you were to play here, then that would be stalemate,
Right.
right? So
But
if you keep your queen,
you're moving the king up anyway.
now you just move your king up. In fact, you would even pre-move these if you wanted to save time.
Jesse, if you're watching.
So we get the king here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go here. You go here. I'll go here.
Mm-hmm.
You go here. And I'll try this out. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'll go here.
Red light flashes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go here. And now?
Face to face.
Face to face. Very good. Very good. Okay. You want to try that one again?
I'm really tired. Can I just say the moves and can you move them?
Yeah. Yeah, we can practice coordinates. Very good.
Oh, yeah. Mhm. Totally
No,
why.
actually, it is good.
I actually forget. I mean, if the letters and numbers aren't there, it would take me way too long to know which square is which.
Uh-huh.
Oh, am I supposed to be saying
Oh, yeah, your turn.
I'm kidding, I know. Queen e2, queen e2, queen e2. Do I have to say 2? Queen 2 e2, queen e2.
You can say queen e2. Yeah.
Are either of them okay?
Mm-hmm. I like without the 2. I just like queen e2.
Unless it's takes, and then you say takes.
Right.
Okay.
Right, I'll go here.
Queen to d2. That's not a queen.
It's not letting me. Okay. Queen d2. Alright, I'll go here.
King c1.
Okay, I'll go here.
Queen d3. Queen d4.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll go here.
King to c2. King c3.
Hey, Spazzer. Hello, Denmark. Connorator, I'm not sure when the next speedrun will be. Yeah.
Queen to c4.
Okay, go here.
But like, I don't really want my king on b3. I guess it doesn't matter. Because you just move it later. Sure.
Put it here.
But those two are kind of... Oh, I guess you move slightly closer. Does it really matter? You can do either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. King to... Let's do mine, because I
This one?
found that one. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Queen c5. c6.
Mm-mm. King is on the edge.
Oh. Okay, e7.
Queen e7, good. I mean, not that this one is wrong.
Just not as fast.
It's just this one is like, this one will never let you down. Once you get the king
Right.
here, you got your rook,
Okay.
you got your king. And there's no possible stalemates. If you put your queen here, there's some stalemates you
and
gotta
then you
avoid.
just inch your king closer until the queen can...
You got this.
Queen b7.
Nice. Okay. You want to do king and rook?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of simpler in a way. Because there's less stalemates. Okay, let me get this one off.
Okay.
Okay, so with king and rook, main thing to understand is that rook is not as good as the queen, so it needs the help of the king.
Right, because the king can actually get close enough to...
Defend, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we have again a box. And this is a really useful box because your king can maneuver around your rook, and as long as your rook is defended, black's king is going to have to give ground.
Yes.
Okay, so again, the goal is the exact same. Phase 1 is getting the king to the edge, and then phase 2 is just setting up your checkmate, which is a little bit trickier with the rook, but once you kind of understand the pattern, you'll be totally fine. Okay, so let's say black has to move somewhere. Let's say we go here. So rook can't really cut the king off yet, because king will take rook. So you got to use your own king.
Okay.
So king comes up, and then we again use our own king. And now we can actually cut the king on the edge. And if we're cutting on this edge, that means our king needs to be here or here. Well, let's say here.
Wait, go over that last part again. If
Yeah.
if the king's on the other edge, then...
So if we're cutting the king like on this edge, it means eventually your rook is giving check. And that means your king needs to be on the other side, taking away all the escape squares.
Oh.
So I'll just set it up. King here, rook here. So that's the mate we're playing for.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or honestly, more commonly, we're going to see this one, when the king is in the corner and rook is giving check.
Okay.
So let's take this one step back. This rook used to be here, and black's king was here. So it was black to move, and black had to go here, right? And so, yeah. So one move before that, white's rook was here. And this is kind of classic position, where again we have this kind of nice little box, but no checkmate. And if we try to set up this mate, the king actually gets out of the box. So this is like the one trick you have to kind of remember. This is like, maybe we'll call it the waiting trick, where we're just waiting because we want to keep this square under control.
Okay.
So we're making any move, the king has to move to the corner,
And then, okay.
and we get our checkmate. Yeah, so this rook waiting move, this is the one tech you got to know about these endgames.
Okay.
And that's the one, you might forget at some point, which is okay. But this is one. Now, there's different methods to do this. It's not really super important, but I like this one just because I feel like you can really understand it. It's just like you have the box, So we'll move the pieces around somewhere. Let's say we have this. We have the box. King has to move, and then we're just trying to shrink the box. Right, so king goes here, and then we just shrink it literally one file, one rank at a time.
Okay.
Just keep shrinking. Now sometimes you get stuck, like for example, let's say here, here, here. Okay. White is kind of stuck because if you move the king here, then you lose the rook. And if you move the rook somewhere, it seems like we're letting the king out.
Oh, wait.
Like this way, for example. Oh yeah, sorry.
The king.
Sorry.
Let me process. If you move the rook. Wait, say exactly what you just said.
So if we move the rook, we have to be careful about letting the king kind of out, right? Because this is the little cage.
Yeah.
Right, so king has, let's say, 8 squares.
Yeah.
Depending on where you move the rook, you might be giving the king more squares. Right, so we want to...
Okay, stop for a second.
Shorten the cage.
I need you to let me
I'm
process.
sorry. I'm not explaining this well.
No. I just need you to pause.
Yes.
Because you say something like that, and then I want to like make sure I go through all the rook moves so that
You
I can confirm to myself.
conceptualize.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so rook to c5. King gets out of the box. Rook to b4. Well, that's just bad. Because that's hanging the rook. Okay, then... And same with a4. So this is a situation where you could just move the rook on the 4th rank? Is that what you said before?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, you can keep going.
Oh, okay.
I've processed.
What I mean is that, like, sometimes you're just going to get kind of stuck. So you just have to remember that black's king always has to move. So I think actually simple move would be, let's say, king here. White to move.
Oh, yeah.
Basically doing nothing.
Okay, so I was thinking that rook move is kind of like doing nothing. Because either way, the king has... The king has the same moves either way, right?
So you're saying something like this, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, that probably puts the rook in a worse position. But the king still has b6, a6, and a5. Either way.
So the thing about this one is that it, like, basically feels like it kind of opens it up. So now the king goes here and then threatens to...
Well, but you could just move the rook back, right? You could just do...
Here?
Rook to c4.
And then the king also returns.
Oh, I see.
We're back to where we started, you know? I mean, you can make this work, right? But it's, I guess I'm just trying to give you a method that is, like, pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, what did you do again?
So I'm just moving the king. I'm like, if I don't have a way to cut the king further,
okay, keep the box exactly the same.
I'm just gonna keep it the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, now the king has to move somewhere. So let's say the king goes here, then I'm just gonna play here and just make the box smaller.
Okay.
Right? If king went this way, then we can't do this move. But we can try to now get the rook here. So for example, here, and then here. Not check, because then the king is still not...
Wait, can you go back again for a second? When did you shrink the box after... Yeah.
So we went here.
Okay, king goes there, and then what?
So king has to make a choice.
Uh-huh.
So first thought was here, right? Because this is the edge. So here.
Okay, so leave it like slightly more open.
Yeah, just trying to stay off of the edge. Then white continues to cut.
Okay. And can you go through it if the king does go to the edge, or would they just never do that?
No, so that... Exactly, yeah. Okay. So let's say king goes here.
Then you can... Oh, well... Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to just do a king move again? Because otherwise you're leaving your
king move is good.
Rook vulnerable. So like king to d5?
So this one, we're getting the same position again.
Oh, okay, wait, go back.
Right, so we want to kind of take squares away from the king.
With our king?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, it's really about getting the
Okay.
rook to the edge, right? So this is, again, the goal, just getting the rook
Yeah.
here. So you can do it this way, you can also do this way.
Wait, getting the rook
Right,
next
because
to
this
the...
is all about cutting the king.
But you... Right. Yeah. But you can't do that right now just because
No.
it's too vulnerable. Okay.
But that's the goal. So I remember I'm like, there's like two phases to this, right? Phase 1 is getting the king to the edge.
Yeah.
Phase 2, setting up the mate.
But when you actually do the mate, you have the rook in the same rank or file as the king.
No. Oh, eventually,
And then-
yeah. Yeah, the rook is giving the check.
Yeah. Okay.
So phase 1, I just want to make it clear, is that we're just trying to get the king to the edge of the board.
Yeah. No, I get that part.
So that means that the rook has to be here.
Yes. Okay.
For phase 1.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Maybe this is either a hard topic for me or I'm just really tired.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's not simple. We've done a lot of mates so far.
I know. I think it's well, so when we do the puzzles, there's like a very clean, there's kind of a togetherness to it where you're kind of always just like tying it in a bow when there's the material puzzles.
Like, it kind of makes sense.
Well, like, you kind of do, it's not that many moves, so you can kind of see, okay, there's a board position, you move these things, you, like, achieve the thing that you were going for.
Yeah.
And it's kind of easy to just visualize the whole thing as one
Yeah, it's like one puzzle.
But I think here, because there's, I just haven't quite gotten to that mentally, because it's just a lot of moves.
Well, yeah, here's more about the technique of
Right.
winning the game. So you don't have to memorize all the moves.
Yeah, well, not memorize it. I just think that because there are more moves involved, it's harder for me to track.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. So that's why I try to break it up into phases, right?
No,
So
I think
you
we
don't
just have to do it. We just have to, like, do it a few times, I'm sure.
No, I definitely. Yeah. So let's review the goal here. The first goal.
Yeah.
Where are we trying to get the rook?
Okay, phase 1, you get the rook in the ranker file next to the... So you have king on the edge, and then you have the rook next to it.
Yeah, exactly. And so here we're trying to think about, like, well, where are we actually pushing the king? Well, king is on the A file, so probably the easiest thing is to get the rook somewhere here.
Right.
So what I would do is I would bring the king right here.
Uh-huh.
And that's not a stalemate because king can go up, right? So, and then next move we can bring the rook here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we achieve phase 1, and then we'll figure out the checkmate from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go here.
Yeah.
Black will go here. And then we'll go here.
Right, okay. And then you just move the king along the C file, and then they have to move the king along the A file until the black king moves so it's right next to the king, and then you just move your rook over.
Yeah, here you have to kind of like time it, basically. Yeah. But essentially it's all about understanding that the king is going to try to stay away from the corner. The king is always going to try to like approach your rook pretty much. Because when the king is next to your rook, you can't give a checkmate.
Right. So you just have to move your rook away from... Can we play this one out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go here. Okay. So I'm gonna approach your rook.
Wait. So I just keep doing this?
So here's the problem, right? It's like
you could just repeat moves, right?
Yeah, it's like well, the issue is that I'm always gonna avoid you. So like if you put your king like in the checkmating position, right? Black king avoids you. It's black to move.
Oh.
If it was white to move here, you would be done. You have your mate.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Yeah. I forgot that.
So
yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah, if you keep chasing, king is always avoiding.
Mm-hmm.
So
wait, can you do your move? I just want to play it.
Well, I play here.
But can I play mine?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to think about it.
Yeah, I don't mind. You were asking. I'm fine to let you just try it. Yeah, I don't care. You think I care?
No chasing, huh? What was I gonna do before? Well, I guess this kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
That does make sense.
Okay.
Yay, checkmate.
Yay.
Nice. Okay, great. So you play that perfectly. So first we're a little bit stuck, right? Then you realized, you can just bring your rook down.
Mm-hmm.
Another very cool idea is just to bring your rook down all the way. And basically, in a way, you're actually preventing the king. Because if the king meets you, now you get the checkmate.
Wait, say that again?
But you're preventing black's king from coming up anymore. Because if black puts themselves in this position, then you mate them.
And how'd you get?
So we had this, right? You were playing here, trying to set up the checkmate. The black's king gets out of the way.
Yeah.
If you come down here, if black comes in, then it's your move.
Okay, but they wouldn't really do that, would they?
Well, what can they do?
Go the other way.
So they gotta go to the other side.
Which is what we just
did. And then you can again
protected. So.
You can again stalk them. So this is just another way of doing it.
Okay.
This is kind of like the stalking approach.
Okay.
The king runs out of squares and eventually has to come back and you get your mate. Or the way you did it, absolutely fine. I like this way better actually. Is kind of box method where it's all about the box.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's do it again from this position. White to play.
Okay, this is good. I'm having.
Yeah, no, this one's tricky. This one you got to do it a couple times.
No, I'm having a hard time with this. God, I don't even remember what I was doing. Okay, I don't know.
Fantastic. Perfect move.
This is what we just did. Did we literally just do this?
Well, it was...
Because I literally don't remember.
It was similar, but the tempos are a little bit different. But now, very similar. Okay, so now you win.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's say it's your move in this position. So white to play. Yeah, I want you to find mate in 2 moves. So it's a puzzle now. Mate in 2.
Okay. So this is what I did before, but my feeling is that this is not right anymore. Because the timing doesn't work with the black king. I think. Let's see. No, it doesn't. I don't think. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Bravo. So that's maybe, yeah, one of the trickier moves to find, but it's a waiting move, yeah? You're just waiting, king goes here. So that's kind of easy way to think about it. Like, if you don't have anything obvious to do, you probably need a waiting move.
Okay.
Okay, you want to practice again?
Yeah, I want to do this a lot of times because I don't have a good muscle memory for it.
Yeah, it's not easy. Okay. Your move. Or you can call it the moves if you want.
Oh, can I? Yeah. I would love to do that. Rook to D1. D2. E2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not go where you wanted me to go? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get checkmated.
Oh, you have your own agenda.
Yeah. Run for your life.
I already forgot. Well,
Yeah, I like the chess.com drills very much.
King D1. Oh, wait.
Oh, you don't want that?
I wanted D2.
Oh, okay.
Why is this so difficult?
I'm gonna let you play. You let me know if you wanna.
No, let me.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
It's
think.
really hard.
I'm fine. You're fine.
Okay, now D1.
Sure.
Because he's on the edge of my box. Okay, I don't like this. I don't know. E6? Is that a move?
So yeah, it seems like we're lost. So this is our box, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So we're trying to make the box smaller.
I know, but I can't.
So where do you want your rook to be?
I mean,
Like
on
you're
the corner
trying
of a
to,
smaller box.
like, so here's the thing. King is always giving ground. If the king is not going this way,
Yeah.
it's going that way, right?
Uh-huh.
So if the king is not going this way,
Yes.
then your rook is not getting here. Because if you go here, king will escape your box.
Right. So I can't move.
So that
the
means
rook
you gotta move your rook up
until...
this way. You gotta
But
follow.
I can't do that there because
It'll
then
get
I'll
taken,
just
right?
take it.
So that means you need your
King.
helper.
Okay. So does that mean I should plan? Okay, because sometimes what you do is you'll like move all the way across and you're all of a sudden changing the box.
Yeah.
But can
Yeah,
I
you're
just
okay with-
pre-plan it? Or is it just slower?
You can
Is that
change the
what I'm
box. It's just all about where black's king is
But
going.
if I
and-
choose to not change the box, is that...
I don't know what you mean by not change the box.
Like, if I make it small... Because sometimes what you'll do is you'll be like, okay, now I'm pushing the king instead of to the H file, I'm pushing it to the 8th rank or something like that.
Yeah.
If I don't do that because it's simpler... Do I ever have to do that, or is it just sometimes
Yeah, you have
more
to do
efficient?
that because the king is just gonna stay here.
No, but like, okay, let's say I'm in this position and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push it towards the H file. Am I ever in a situation where I have to change that plan?
Yeah, right here.
Or I have to push it towards the H
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you go this way, the king is just gonna stay here, right? It's gonna stay on this one, right?
So
So how are you gonna push it?
I mean, I could do king e1 and then rook f2.
Right. So then the king goes out this way. So
But
that's the problem.
can't I? I can't push it up.
You can push it up. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. But it's hard to push it this way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh. Why are those two things different?
Just because the king is just not giving ground. The king is not going towards this edge, right? So this would be going towards the edge.
Yeah.
King is just staying here. So the king is always approaching one edge or the other. So it's up to you to just make the box smaller.
When you say the king's not approaching this edge, like the top edge?
No, this one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not approaching the H file.
Yeah.
But there are situations where it is with the same two pieces for white.
Well, maybe you could show me if you want to. We can make some moves.
But, well, what we just did, weren't
Sure.
we pushing it to the A file?
Wait, A file is... Wait.
Yeah, like I mean, the last configuration we had, we were pushing it... We're pushing it over here. No?
Yeah, last time we were pushing it this way. Yeah.
So sometimes when you have a king and a rook, you're pushing it to...
That's up to the defender. The defender always has to move to one edge or the other.
So if it moves towards the 8th rank, then you have to push it in that direction.
Yeah.
But here there's nowhere I could move the rook where there wouldn't be a capture. Right? Didn't you...
So here, yeah, there's no way to do this one without your king. So your king needs to be supporting the rook.
So you have to move the king up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what does black do?
So let's say black tries to stay here.
Then couldn't you move the rook to, like, e3?
You could, yeah. Now black's king has to make a decision. So let's say king goes here. Where's the box now?
Oh, this is the box.
Yeah.
Oh.
See what I mean? So that would not be good.
It's still hard, but we should just keep doing these.
If the king goes here, where's the box now? This one, yeah?
Yeah, whatever the smallest one is. Right?
Well, so king is going to try to stay.
Well, sorry, not the smallest one, but whatever. The rook is always making 4 boxes, so whichever one the king is in.
Yeah.
You just don't want to move it to a bigger box. Okay, so then king moves there.
Mm-hmm.
Then my king should go to d3,
mm-hmm.
e2. I don't know. One of those two.
Let's say this one, yeah.
Okay, and then king does what?
Let's say here.
e4.
Mm-hmm. So now the box got smaller.
Right.
So that's it.
Yeah, but then let's say king goes to g5. This is what I was having a hard time with. And then here you just move the king?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Can we play it out though?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, king to d4.
Say here.
King to d5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's say keep going here.
But see, this is where, because you can't
do this one, right?
But you could do king to e5, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then...
So go here.
Rook to f4.
Yeah. So it's getting smaller.
Rook to f5.
Let's say I'll go here.
Oh, that was your move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, king e4.
Oh, why do you want to do this one?
I want to protect the rook.
Oh, no, still? Very good move. Very good
okay,
move.
yeah.
Because we have no way to improve the rook. Actually, someone in chat had a
the
good
halo
way of
thing.
putting it.
Did you see that?
No,
Oh.
this is the halo?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what they meant.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not. If you have no way of improving the rook, then you just move the king. Because it means black's king is going to have to give ground.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's say I go here.
Rook to f5.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go here.
King to e5.
I'll go here.
King to e4 or 6. I guess e6.
Yeah.
E6 is better.
This is closer, right?
I don't know what I was thinking. Okay.
I'll go here.
Rook to f6.
Yeah. I'll go here.
Rook to f7. King to f6. King to g6. Rook to f8.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
I think you're getting it.
Yeah.
Let's say I played here.
King to e7. No? You hesitated.
That's fine. I'll go here.
Okay, back. Okay, then I did the wrong thing if I'm going back again.
That's fine. You can repeat once.
King to f5. Rook to... Oh, wait. King to g5.
Hmm?
King to g6. Oh, wait, no. Sorry.
Actually, let's
Oh,
go.
no, wait. Rook g6.
Rook g6 is good. Rook g6 is good. Let's go here. So I want you to find the halo idea.
Someone said halo. Is that what you were thinking too?
No, halo idea.
No, that's what someone said this.
Well, earlier, yeah, but not here, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, halo idea.
Yeah. Okay, so then... Okay, if we're keeping the rook under the defense of the king, there are only 3 moves that the... Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, it should just be f7, right? Because then you already have the face-to-face thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, f7?
Mm-hmm.
And then king does boom, up, and then rook h6. Okay.
Nice.
I got it.
Nice. Great job. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Lock it in.
No, it's okay. I just needed a second.
All right, you got this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Challenge roll.
Wait, what?
You have 50 moves. More than enough.
50.
More than enough.
I want more.
You want 100 moves?
Okay, but can I do moves that aren't optimal?
Of course.
At work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been letting you do that.
Okay.
yeah, I'm all about whatever's practical.
But,
practical over optimal all day.
Okay,
yeah, all
rook
day.
c1.
Oh wait.
What?
Sorry.
Whew,
There we
okay,
go.
I was like, that's not real move.
That's not.
What are you talking about? Okay. I mean, king to b8?
That's fine.
Rook to c6. d7.
So far, so good.
King to b6. I feel like that thing is happening again, but maybe not. Okay, king to b5.
You're fine.
Okay. Alright, rook c5. King to b4? I'm sorry, it's so funny.
What? What's
Not you. Or I'm just laughing because it's so confusing.
Oh, what?
No, I'm not saying I can't do it. It's just like not.
So.
No. Can we keep? No.
I want you to keep the. But you're saying it's confused. That means you won't be able to do it.
No. I feel like I can kind of work through it every time, but it's not like solidifying.
It doesn't have to be instant.
I know. I'm just kind of. Maybe I'm just spoiled by these skewer problems. Okay.
So this is the box, right?
Yeah, I got that.
We're just maneuvering the king around the box and just making it smaller,
yeah, so right now I can move the king anywhere where the rook is still under its protection, I think. So, let's do b4.
Guess I'll go back.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. So, oh wait, never mind. Okay, indulge me, and can you move the king back to b5?
Mm-hmm.
What did this do? Okay, so then... So king to c4 is the better move?
Absolutely.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'll go here.
And then rook to d5.
Sure. I'll go here.
King to c5. King to d4.
Yeah. So this is like you're kind of violating the box method, right? Because you're like getting, but you can understand we're not letting the king out. Actually, I'll try to get out. We'll see what happens.
Rook e5.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
King to d5.
Good.
Rook to e4. King d5 or d4, excuse me. King d3. Rook e3. King e2.
Nice.
Rook f3. King e3. King f2.
Nice. I resign.
Okay. King h1 and rook h3.
Nice. Hey, you're actually doing really good with the coordinates too. You're not messing those up at all.
Yeah, I'm reading it still.
That's fine.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Great job.
I feel like I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it.
Well, that one you did in 24 moves. So you had 25 moves to spare. Oh. And you started from, like, let's say, worst possible position. Black's king is in the center, and your pieces are completely discoordinated.
Yeah.
So, absolutely fine.
Cool.
So, okay, this was maybe, this is a little weird. You want your king to maybe approach the enemy king a little bit more. That's okay. So here you start building your box, right?
Yeah.
And then from here, it was totally good.
Mm-hmm.
Just shutting down the box.
Right.
Here we got a little bit confused. So we could have just closed the box right away.
Yeah. That was a new idea.
But we repeated, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, here actually, if you wanted, you can continue actually taking space this way. That would have been kind of advanced.
Oh, okay.
And then once the king comes here, where would your box be?
Rook to e5?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, king goes here, and we need another waiting move, and we continue to
Okay.
shrink the box. King can also come this way. Hey, you did great. Nice job.
This is the hardest thing we've done so far.
It's hard, yeah, I know. No, this is hard for a lot of people. And then you have to do it like under pressure, and you have to know. But I don't know. I mean,
This is something I would just do a bunch of times.
yeah. I'll have you practice it against the computer. There are different methods to it. There are definitely different ways to teach it. This is the first time I've really taught it like this way. So for me, this is more actually just experimental. But I've always thought like, see, the thing is like a lot of people, they learn a certain method, but then in a game, it's like slightly different, and it's like slightly not what they expected, and then they try the same idea, and then it doesn't quite work the same way, and it's like they get flustered, and then you have 10 seconds on your clock, and then you don't end up winning the game. But I feel like if you just understand what you're doing, you don't have to know the exact like idea. You're just understanding like you have your box, and you're just maneuvering, shrinking the box, and then setting up the mate.
What was the thing someone said in the chat that you were thinking about? You were like, someone said this in the chat. This was like 20 minutes ago. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
I think someone gave a good tip. If you're not improving the rook, you're improving the king. Which kind of makes sense.
I see.
Maybe that. Yeah, so that I think is honestly the big problem that people have with these kinds of endgames, is that like you kind of understand the concept, but you haven't practiced it enough.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm feeling. Like, this seems like something that could be made automatic when you're doing it if you did it enough times.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be figuring this out every time you run into it, you know?
Yeah, well, once you understand kind of conceptually what you're doing here,
yeah,
you can definitely do it even with little time.
So, am I doing worse at this than I do at other things?
No.
Oh.
No, fine.
Okay. I can't tell if this is hard or if it's harder for me than other things.
This one's very different from anything we've done so far. Because this is really like very mechanical.
I'm not like opposed to being. I'm genuinely just curious. Because like different people have different weaknesses. As a math teacher, right? I'm just like different people have weaknesses in different things.
I mean, I don't know. I've taught this to like a bunch of kids, and it's usually very difficult for them. Like this is usually a full class, and then by the end of the class, maybe half of them get it.
Oh, okay.
And we don't really teach this method. Usually, I teach like the kind of simpler method.
Okay.
And yeah, even then, it's kind of, I don't know. In my experience, it's pretty tricky.
No, I get that. I mean, it sounds like the method you usually teach is more mechanical and less applicable to every situation.
Why do I think kids have a hard time with it? I think kids have a hard time because they don't understand it conceptually, and they're just taught the mechanics. And then,
this is such a math thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is like every day.
Oh, yeah. We actually talk about this. Yeah, in math. Yeah. It's like.
Did you know Kosti and I have things in common professionally? Mm-hmm. If you haven't noticed. Since that's like every time we do these streams, it's like, oh, yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
No, I totally get that. Like, example in math is like if you have like -3 plus x equals 4 versus x minus 3 equals 4. Like, you put it in the other order, and they're like, wait, the number isn't on the right side of that expression. Like, those two problems are the same. It's the same
Oh,
step.
okay.
Oh, okay, sorry. Like negative 3 plus x is the same as 3 minus
Sure.
x?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Negative 3 plus x is the same as x minus 3.
Right.
In both cases, you're going to add 3 to both sides to solve it. To cancel out the minus 3. The point of it is that students always see the variable first and the number second. They always see x minus 3.
Yeah.
And then if you just switch it around,
Yeah, they're not used to
then
it.
they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But it's this exact same problem.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
That's one I dealt with. Oh, yeah, that's another good example.
Yeah, same thing with
Yes.
chess.
Definitely 3 equals... Oh, that's actually a better one. Because that's like really the same.
Wow.
It's not even turning a minus into a negative. Yeah. Alpha Canis, what does that mean? Apparently I'm almost one. Well, I am one.
Okay, let's do something fun. If you're okay.
Yeah, okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, isn't David gonna be on?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. David, did you have plans to stream? If so,
Yeah, we can get off.
just let us know. I'm just gonna give you pieces, and it's gonna be your job to set up a checkmate. So you can put the pieces anywhere.
Anywhere?
You want. Yeah.
Do I have to find more than one?
No, just one. So you're gonna move all 4 pieces.
Oh wait, that's not a checkmate. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you know those math problems where it's like, wait, sorry. Do you know those problems where it's like rearrange one toothpick to make a logical...
Yes.
Okay. So this is good. Rearrange one piece to make a checkmate.
One piece, huh?
Yeah.
But I don't have to, it doesn't have to be like an actual move. I just have to put it.
Yeah, put it
Okay.
anywhere.
I don't know. I'm not brain dead. Is it here?
Nice.
Oh, I'm not brain dead. Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, good.
Oh, I get it. Okay. You can give me a billion of these.
Oh, good?
No, I just realized that you can... This is so stupid. I just realized you can use the bishop to make a 2x2 box.
Crisscross.
And then when you realize that, then they're trivial.
Yeah, so
I
bishop
didn't
checkmate
realize
is
that
actually
at first.
is super easy because the
It
bishops...
was harder when it was making a
like-
parallelogram, because then there's a square missing.
They're lasers. Okay, let's say I'll put the king in the corner, so I want you to set up a mate here as well.
Oh, that's easier than the other one.
Oh, it's easier?
Yeah.
Oh, why is that?
Because my first idea on the other one was wrong. I don't know. There are fewer squares, I guess.
Yeah, so fewer squares. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... So when the king is in the corner, fewer squares. Okay.
I like how they said in the chat you were patient. Yes.
It's like an
Hey,
insult
I have to be
compliment at the
very
same time.
patient. I have to be very patient with my job. And so, Kostya has to be patient with me.
Okay, next one.
Them's the rules. Oh, wait, I didn't want that one.
I see this all the time. It's fascinating.
Wait.
I always get this in like schools. Yeah, they always do the double check. I've seen that one so many times.
No.
Okay, very good. Wow, that's fast. Okay. Okay.
I did these
Really?
in Polgar's book, yeah.
Ah, that's funny.
Let's just move all this up.
Good. Nice. Okay.
3 knights. Oh my god, do 3 knights. 3 knights and a king? Just 3 knights.
Let's work our way up to 3 knights.
But I'm past. Wait.
And let's do something more practical.
Practical. Already geometrically figured out. Wait.
Oh, how about this? I want
I
you
don't
to
get
give.
the 3 knight thing.
I want you to give checkmate with each of the 3 pieces.
Oh, like each of the 3 need to be giving a check. Okay.
So 3 different, yeah.
Wait. No. That doesn't work. Whoa, wait. I'm starting over.
Usually I teach like 1400 plus probably.
Yeah, I'm like way too weak of a student for close to No, it's true. We were talking about this today.
Hey, by the way, thanks Korean American Chess Noob for the raid. Shout out. Thanks Von Count for following.
This is right? I got it.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's 1.
Okay, 1. And this is, can you keep track of which ones I've done?
That was the rook, yeah.
Okay.
What chair is this? Man, I don't know.
What chair? Wow,
I
what
forgot.
a question.
No.
Can I tell them what you said today?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. Here, what is this now? Is that?
Wow. Okay, that's a new one for me. That's...
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll call that Maya's mate.
Doesn't it work?
It works. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay, and this is with the knight, so I just need the bishop.
Now I just need the bishop. Yeah.
Okay, let's just put the bishop here for now. Because it's either this or, you know, similar. So what else do we have to cover? Wait.
We want bishop.
Wait. That's wrong. That wasn't even a mate. I think my bishop was off. Wait, this would have been a mate though, right? Did I get one? Yeah, sorry, the bishop was 1 off, but this is also a mate. Was this the same mate I just did?
Similar.
Okay. Bishop though, huh? I feel like that's probably a good idea. And then here.
Very good. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's do... Okay, you want to do 3 knights?
Yeah, I don't understand 3 knights. Wait, can I move the king?
Yeah.
Oh. Well then... Maybe it's harder in the corner for knights. See, this is what I keep thinking. But then you can't get these 2, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you cover more of those squares? Wait, let's just think about this for a second.
So you can put the king anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about a corner, but it feels like that has like lower accessibility for some reason. Maybe not. I mean, okay, let's see. Oh. Yeah? Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay. Fun. Okay, let's do... Nice. Okay, can you do one with the pond? Nice. Now, can we do one with the knight? I'm not sure we can. Can we, chat? Someone figure it out real quick. Can we do it with the knight?
No, not quite. I mean, this isn't quite. Can we do it with the knight? I don't know.
Nope.
No, I know it's not, but is it possible?
I don't know. People were first like, yeah, but no. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Yeah. That's kind of funny.
I think you can't cover enough squares.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because it's too diagonal.
Yeah. With Dark Bishop, but how to cover...
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, how to cover...
No, because the 3 squares you have to cover in a corner are on 3 different diagonals. And you can only cover a maximum of 2 diagonals with the bishop and the pawn. So definitely in the corner it wouldn't work, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah. Unless there's some weird something here. But I think it's the same problem. So, because if you're...
No, with the knight.
What's the knight?
No, I'm saying checkmate with the knight.
No, I think you're still missing one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think knight can do it. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Well then, how are you feeling?
Kind of confused, though. I don't know. What do you mean?
Okay, ciao. Do you feel good? How are you feeling about your training?
I feel like it's still a cloud. I think it just hasn't solidified yet. And I like getting closure and stuff like that.
Oh, on the checkmate?
Yeah, but I think this might be a spaced repetition.
Yeah.
I don't know if doing more of it now will be as helpful as just doing more of it next time.
Right.
Doing other stuff I could do, but probably not that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely have you practice the rook checkmate again, because that one's really important. Yeah, and then we'll have you learn the 2 bishops mate, which is a lot of fun.
I have more questions.
Yeah, questions. Question time.
Oh, they ask questions? I ask
No,
questions.
for you. Yeah,
for me.
Yes.
Okay. So, you said you didn't like teaching students a procedure for the rook king mate, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean, is there a method that's usually taught that works like 90% of the time?
Yeah.
But not like
I can show you that method
10%.
if you want. Yeah.
No, it's okay. But
it's not that it works, it's just I feel like it's almost like a crutch. It's like, I don't know.
Does it work all the time?
Yeah, it works 100% of the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just that right, it's more of a method and less of like a conceptual understanding. It's like you're remembering a series of steps.
You were doing the discovery method with me. Discovery learning. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Versus direct instruction.
Oh.
You wanted me to figure it out.
I did want you to figure it out.
Without you telling me how to do it first. And coaching me through the process.
Yeah, that's true.
Discovery learning.
Yeah.
It's very hot right now.
I feel like usually what happens is first the coach does it on the demo board. All right, here's how you do it. Perfect. And everyone's like, oh yeah, very interesting. I understand.
And then students go through it and like memorize it.
Yeah, and then they're like...
And then they're like, great, got it. And then they never really quite know why it works. Right.
Yeah, well,
Discovery learning.
I generally work with stronger students. But it's hard. I mean, teaching beginners is hard. You
Yeah.
know?
Look at me. You see this?
I don't remember a time when I didn't know how to like mate with the rug. Like I learned how to mate with the rug probably before I learned how to read.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I do remember a time. My first game, I didn't know. But we did a lot today. I mean, we did queen and rook checkmate. We did two rooks checkmate. We did king and queen checkmate. We did king and rook. Normally, each of these is like one class for kids.
Okay, it felt like a lot, so that's comforting.
Nice, Forsooth. Nice.
No.
Jeez, what do you mean yet? We have no... We've been in a pandemic.
Yeah.
What is this? Do you have any GM norm? Like, when was I supposed to get them?
Is it legit? Yes? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, we can do math questions if anyone has math, like homework or something, you know?
Another thing we were talking about today. Yeah, that's legit. Yeah. Yes. Alpha Canis, that's right. I think. I'm like, I can't think of a reason why it's not. Ooh, linear algebra, huh? It's been a while.
It's amazing how many people know math stuff. I might, Chase. I might.
Do they know your whole college history?
Yeah, actually, I talked about it a couple days ago.
Ooh, I don't even remember McLaurin series. Taylor series, yes, but only from calc. I mean, right? You do Taylor series in calc? No? I thought you did.
Oh, you have to give them a couple seconds to respond because there's lag.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's not a Zoom meeting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't done any of this in far too long. Because I use very little, just like everyone else on the planet, I use very little of my math degree for my job.
So I went to Cal State Los Angeles, and I studied business. And then I went to Lindenwood University for also business, but to play for their chess team. You went to UC Davis.
Davis. No one says that. UC Davis.
Oh, excuse me.
For my undergrad, I did applied math. And then grad school, I did my teaching credential and my master's in education. Would love to get a PhD. But not, I think I'm done with, it'd be pretty hard to get a master's in math now. I don't feel like, I really don't like that though. I feel like I really absorbed stuff I learned in high school, especially with math. And then I think in college, I feel like I kind of stopped absorbing it. It didn't quite stick for me for whatever reason. Maybe too much math at one time, maybe the quarter system.
Did you see this?
What?
Beautiful to rook checkmate.
Oh.
On the board.
Oh, cool. Yeah, teaching is a very different thing than... Wait, what do you... like?
It was just very well played.
Oh.
The guy put his queen hanging to black's pawn because he saw the next move he's getting a checkmate. So that was very well played. See? Patterns. And you might ask, well, why didn't he just give checkmate here? And I ask you this. Why didn't he just checkmate? Like a million different ways.
Because he's an American and he likes sacrificing pieces. No. Let's see. Why didn't... Wait, go back?
This position. This is it.
Wait, sorry. Why did he give it with the rook? Is that what you're asking?
He didn't play this move, or this move, or this move, or this move. He didn't play any. He made this like weird queen move and gave up his queen.
I don't know. Aren't all of those made in one?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Wait, are you just a real question?
Yeah, real question.
No, well, I don't know.
Oh.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
No, try. There is a very logical reason why he
Really?
did not make this move. Yeah, but you have to kind of see the full board to figure it out.
Oh, because because the king's in check.
King's in check, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was in check.
Uh-huh.
So he couldn't do this one. It would have been one of those red moves.
Yeah.
So he does this one to get out of check.
Yeah.
It's very funny. And like takes it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my lucky day.
Yeah.
And then he gets checkmated.
I see.
Get wrecked.
Wait,
Anyway.
can I answer Elephant's question?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I just saw the main.
Okay, teaching is not for the faint of heart. It's just not a casual thing to go into. And that is my big thing with teaching. I kind of hate being that person, but I feel like I am because it's really hard. And 50% of teachers leave within the first 5 years because it's hard. Like, when I first started teaching, my students really hated me. And that was the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life. Teaching 10 times harder than getting my degree in math. Make that like 1,000,000 times harder. It was that. There are like 1,000,000 reasons why teaching is a difficult profession and people will go into it and not stay in it. So, a lot of reasons. So, there you go. Yeah,
I think
teaching
teaching
is
is
definitely
hard.
harder than real analysis. Yes. And there are a lot of variables. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be, because some teachers do get idealistic about it. I got my credential with someone who was really set on being inspirational to students. And you kind of can't do that your first year. Or you have to be really good to be that teacher for your kids in your whole career, let alone in your first year. And so I think sometimes when teachers get into the grind of it, the tough stuff, then they're like, wait, why aren't all of my students like loving my class and seeing that I care? Because there's just a lot of other work that goes into it. It's not kind of what a lot of people think it is. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it does depend on where you're teaching. The first school where I taught had an insane turnover rate, especially for math teachers. There was one teacher who taught at that school and left after, believe it or not, 2 weeks because it was so hard and his students were giving him crap like all day, every day, and he couldn't take it. So he took all of his sick leave and then he left. So it does kind of depend. You just have to have faith that it'll get better, and a lot of stuff, you might want to look very closely into the schools you're applying to, because some of those positions are a lot harder than other ones. So it's like a very complicated, big thing. I think what I'm worried about is that people are going to go into it for very idealistic reasons and not be prepared to do the grinding part of it your first couple years. So I don't want to give the impression, oh, it's great, everything's amazing all the time. Like the first school where I taught, a kid had just moved from a very rough town in Mexico, and he got suspended because he brought a knife to school, and he like literally didn't even know that was a bad thing. He was like, kids brought knives to school all the time. I could tell you a lot of stories. I mean, it can be tough.
Oh, sorry. I think David's ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll pop off. I have vague memories, of learning chess and going from like 500 to 1,000 and so on. It was mainly a lot of just like blunders, just like putting pieces on squares where like the opponent would take them. Like, oh, why did I do And then
Yeah.
just kind of learning not to do that over the years. Takes many years. Yeah, my first tournament rating was 500. Yeah. Well, I learned as a kid. I think that was pretty normal. Okay.
I have a lot to say about teaching, but we can leave it at that.
Yeah, maybe we'll table that discussion for next time.
Yes. And if any of you are teachers in the chat who are veteran teachers who've been teaching for far longer than me, you are my heroes. Because I want to be like you guys. That's my goal. I would love to be the wise old sage teacher one day. I want to be that person.
Sensei.
That's what I want to be. So you're amazing, Mad Quick Chess. Rock on. I would love to be you someday. I'm not there, but someday. I'm a math teacher. I teach 7th grade math.
Yeah. All right, guys. So David will be on just a moment. You might have to refresh your streams to see him. But we'll be signing off for now. I'll be back in a couple of hours, 6 to be exact, for the
What?
B-Day candidates round 13.
Oh, okay.
Coverage.
Yeah.
With Jesse. Big game, guys, today. Big game. Nepo MVL. We'll see if MVL can take him down.
Wait, what? I do have a math degree. What's happening? You don't need a math degree to teach 7th grade math. Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
God, that was like mean. This guy's cold. No. I don't want to go into my life story.
Oh.
But thank you for your vote of confidence.
Ouch. All right, guys. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.